Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for this evening's show. It's Joe Shepherd. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Listen, before we go any further, let me say this very, very clearly. Most creators, businesses, and organizations I work with are not struggling because they lack talent, ideas, or impact. They are massively struggling because they are not telling their story clearly enough or consistently enough, really, for most things. The stability we talk about in a digital world that is getting louder every single day. So as we head into 2026, that gap matters more than ever. Excuse me, too many platforms, too many tools, too much noise, not enough clarity. How do you then stand out and tell your story? Well, you use organizations like OneStream Live, the globe's leading provider of professional virtual studios and storytelling capabilities, with people like myself and the rest of the team who can help you do that. But tonight is not about going live more. It is about surviving and then thriving in a digital environment that is moving faster than most people, all of us, really can keep up with. It is not easy. It is a lonely existence at times, trying to test and find things, which is why we'll come on to the whole joint venture partnership thing that I expound. Working with OneStream Live makes it an awful lot easier to do. Good morning to those people in Australia. I'm reverse this tonight, you see. Good morning to those people in Australia and the Antipodeans who an ungodly hour watches every single week. And I know you're going to be disappointed. This is a monthly show now. But good morning to you. Good afternoon to everybody across the UK, the US and Canada and North Americas. And good evening eventually to my friends in UK, here in Ireland and across Europe. Wherever you're joining us, though, seriously from across the world, I hope you are safe and secure and welcome in a changing world. This is episode 1 of a 4-part special series being run by OneStream Live, running from now December through to March, 1 show per month. Now, why? I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get away from the Big Joe show for a bit and do something that was really, really special with OneStream Live. So this 4-month series is designed to help creators, businesses, and organizations to cut through the digital noise, stabilize the workflows. We'll explain stabilizing workflows a little bit more. And then enter 2026 with a clarity, a confidence, and a system that they can actually sustain. I am more excited than the proverbial seagull with a stolen ship for 2026 for a whole range of reasons. And I haven't got some things in place yet. The first quarter of 2026 will see those things happening. So, excuse me, myself and OneStream Live have designed this 4 months, a monthly show, deliberately, not weekly like we used to, not rushed, 1 episode per month. There'll be some video shorts which accompany this as well through the course of a month and then over the 4 months. And coming out tomorrow, I believe, there's a Knowledge Hub blog article that accompanies this very special series that we have written and put together, and I will share that out as well. If you want that, comment, blog, and I'll get that sent to you. Why have we done it in this way? Why? Really because real progress really doesn't come from more content necessarily. It comes from time to reflect, apply, and stabilize. Yes, it's not more content. Repurposing is slightly different, and now we do that very, very well with OneStream Live, more effectively than just more. Okay, so this series is called The Survival Stream and exists for one reason: to help creators, streamers, businesses, organizations navigate the digital crossroads. And we are at digital crossroads, ladies and gents. We want to help you navigate that calmly, confidently, and with a plan that can actually sustain you in 2026. I am Joe Shepherd, streaming partner and brand ambassador with OneStream Live. I'm very proud to be so too. My role in this series is simple: to help you cut through the noise and to find clarity. If I can get my words on. So keep it right here for the next 40 minutes to find out more. Here we go. Brand new intro. Thank you to the team. So yeah, let's start off. What is the problem? I've just mentioned the digital crossroads. Okay, so right now, many creators, individuals, businesses, organizations are standing at that proverbial crossroads. Why do I call it a crossroads? Well, because one path has taken them, not taken them, it keeps them, it's almost like a magnet, it's alluring them with the expression, the emperor's new clothes. So it keeps chasing them down, new tools, new platforms, and new tactics, because the algorithm's changing and people want to try and keep up with that algorithm all the time. But that path isn't necessarily the right way to go. The other path is quieter, more deliberate, and built around the stability I keep talking about. It's built around simplicity and sustainability. Now, most people do not realize, unfortunately, they do not realize they are overwhelmed until they are already burnt out. And here's the truth. This digital world that is communicating, that we're communicating with, that's communicating to us in 2026, I think it'll be louder, faster, and more competitive than anything we have seen before. Now, if your workflow, i.e. what you do, the way you do it, is not stable now, it will not survive what is coming. We need to be automating things. You need to have the capabilities that this studio from OneStream Live provides. And my guest, I did a recorded piece earlier today. We'll talk a little bit about that just a second. You see, you won't survive what's coming. Why? Because this is not a technology problem. It is a workflow and a clarity problem. Now, before I talk about some of the potential solutions that we can do, I want you to hear something important, not from me, but from inside the OneStream Live engine room. Now, one of the advantages of working closely with the platform and the people within a fantastic organization like OneStream Live is seeing patterns most creators, businesses, individuals never get to see. What's working, what is breaking, and where people are quietly burning out. So I asked the delightful and brilliant Ava Smith, excuse me, and if you've never seen any of her stuff, go to what I know thousands and thousands of you have actually, go to OneStream Live to the YouTube channel and subscribe to that. All Ava's little cameos there, they are so powerful. It is on beyond belief. Go and subscribe and watch what Ava Smith does. Ava is a senior content specialist at OneStream Live, and I caught up with her to ask her to share what she and the team are seeing every single day from creators around the world, businesses. This isn't theory, this is reality. So let me play that for you now. Ava Smith, here we go. And here we are with the great Ava Smith in the studio, as if by magic, when one of the top team from OneStream Live arrives, and then so does the another gift that keeps on giving. So we'll talk about more of that in the show, but there's a 30% and 10% off from the 20th of December to the 5th of January. More about that later. We go. Ava Smith, welcome. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, Joe. How are you?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, straight into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what your role is at OneStream Live.
All right, so I'm sure a lot of our audiences are, familiar. They have familiarized themselves with my face. I am the senior marketing content specialist for OneStream Live. I've made tutorials, I've made high impact content, and it explains the product, it builds trust, and it also drives growth. So tutorials, any kind of content, I'm the person. And then I've also turned different features, ideas, and campaigns into focused stories. So maybe some of the SEO stuff as well, web and socials. So that's what I do in simple words.
It's nothing simple about what you do. It's absolutely brilliant, and everybody should go to OneStream Live on YouTube and not only subscribe to get all the latest updates, but watch all of Eva's stuff there. It is absolutely, that's what I learned an awful lot of my stuff from. So let's use your time wisely. In your considered opinion, what are creators really struggling with? What have you noticed and seen with that?
Okay, so over the past 2 years, and I would say post-COVID, creators are not actually running out of ideas. They're running out of bandwidth. So it could be emotional bandwidth, or it could be bandwidth in a literal sense. Every week, I am seeing creators, I'm seeing people, they're juggling multiple platforms. They are juggling multiple formats at once. And they have an algorithm to keep up with. So I think they are really, really struggling with that. And it's, again, it's not a struggle with creativity. It's keeping up without, let's say, collapsing. So yeah, that's, in my humble opinion, that's what they're struggling with.
Is that causing a lot of the burnout we're seeing in creators, individuals, businesses? I mean, as a when I started my business as a, I hate the word solopreneur, but as a solo business owner, I found it really difficult to be able to juggle those things and overwhelm at times. Is that what you're seeing with people?
Yeah. So again, burnout does not knock on your door. It quietly seeps in. Yeah, it really does. It slides in quietly, and you, before you know, you're dreading to go live. Your drops, they're going to pile up, and they're going to be untouched for weeks. So you feel like nothing is hitting the right spot anymore. And I can tell when creators are burnt out, because you can see that they're not experimenting with their content, and they've started playing very safely. So yes, it does cause a lot of burnout in creators. It
That
does show. Definitely does.
Yeah, that's a really important point you bring out there, Eva. On they become static.
Yeah.
They don't move on. They don't test themselves. They feel, okay, well, this isn't working great, but it's working enough that it keeps me ticking over. And that's probably the single biggest thing that you've seen since COVID, certainly in the last 12, 20 months.
Yeah. So a lot has changed post COVID and in the last 2, 3 years. Creators, they know what they want to do. They've gotten sharper, and they've stopped believing that they need to be everywhere every minute, right? They don't need to, do batch content all the time. There's a shift towards sustainability. But again, batching content, scheduling pre-recorded streams, repurposing content into shorter format, reels for YouTube and Instagram, even TikTok. So, and they also need to choose their platforms very sensibly. They need to choose platforms that are working for them at an individual level. And I think that's a very healthier option. And it does cause a lot less burnout. They know what they want to do, and they've just gotten really sharp at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got my own social media content scheduling service that I'm a licensed agency, and we just started giving that to a couple of the clients now to use, so that they can plan ahead and they can achieve more with less, because it's all about that repurposing. Yeah, great point. I suppose that leads us really into this whole thing that I've looked at over a good number of months now. We talk about stability over complexity, and why, for me, stability is a new superpower. Just explain that a little bit to the viewers.
Okay, so how social platforms work, they really, really appreciate consistency. Okay, consistency has won before, and it is always going to win. Even simple content, if delivered rightly and reliably, it is going to outperform masterpieces. Audiences, they are going to follow patterns, they are going to look for notifications at certain times. And platforms, they also reward that predictability, right? So when a creator is stable, they are consistent, everything else starts to move in the right direction, and it moves very naturally. So that's why, it's considered a superpower. Yeah. So
And it's that, and there's an inherent difference, however, isn't it, on where creators destabilize themselves. So
yeah,
you quite rightly pointed out that we don't want creators, business people, individuals, we don't want them to be static. They
yeah,
need to test themselves, but within that stable environment. And this is the sort of, OneStream Live gives a fantastic studio. You can put brand profiles on for everything that you're doing, whether it's different topics, different shows and stuff like that. So there's a balance there, isn't there? Use the stable capabilities that are given to you,
yeah.
persistency and consistency, same time of your show, same time, the delivery time, wherever you're going, and keep that stable process moving forward.
Yeah. So it's a problem that we see with the new generation, with the Gen Z, that they are trying to chase everything shiny, right? A trend blinks and suddenly they're doing all their entire workflows, they're redoing all their lives and stuff, or they're trying to micromanage what could be easily automated, with several tools like OneStream Live. And the classical mistake that they are doing is that they are taking it so far that it's also consuming a lot of their energy. So
Mm.
we must understand this, that growth cannot be forced.
Yeah.
It would rather destabilize you to put in that much effort without thinking it through.
Yeah, very much so. So we talked about sort of what stable workflows actually look like, and if you go back to my show, anybody who's watching, go back to my show on YouTube from 2-3 weeks ago, and we covered that whole thing from building a studio all the way through to the use of stable workflows and how simple that can be. Why do most creators, business people who live stream or any sort of content, why do they overcomplicate keeping it simple? Is that just a human trait that we just like go for the next great thing that comes in, the emperor's new clothes?
So in my humble opinion, again, a lot of people, a lot of creators, they actually believe that effort is always going to be equal to value. That's not always the case. If a video didn't take an entire day and half of their sanity, it does not feel worthy to them. Okay. And but the other hand, they care more about their favorite creator's presence than being a polished product. So overcomplicating stuff is usually fear covered in productivity language, let's say. Yeah, so they're trying to find their own way, but that's how they overcomplicate their workflows.
I think part of that is a generational thing that's been passed down. That you know, from my age, you were in the office before the boss arrived. You stayed there until after they went, regardless. It wasn't a results-driven environment. It was just it's like a battery chicken farm where you rose. It just didn't work at all. And I suppose that comes on to what changes when they simplify, because all of these things are interconnected, aren't they? If you simplify, it's less work, you actually achieve more, there's less burnout.
Yeah. So you start simplifying your workflows and the entire workplace, even everything starts to improve at that second. Content becomes sharper. You gain back your energy, and they get consistent. Like I said, they are not burning out themselves, and they actually start re-enjoying the process again. It's like redefining what you're trying to do and what you were not doing before that. So simplicity is a reset button that creators do not use enough. Yeah.
If people are looking for one thing that consistently works, what would that one thing be for Ava Smith?
Yeah, so the question is quite self-explanatory. You just need to show up.
Good.
Not perfectly, not with a pre-written script. It does not need to be worthy of an Oscar or something. You just need to show up consistently, because consistency compounds faster than talent, or even if you're chasing after a trend, it's going to blink and it's going to go away after some time, but consistency is going to stay with you for a very, very long time.
Absolutely. You only have to look at this face for radio to show
Yeah.
to show that turning up, and it can be successful. Doesn't matter how you look. You've just got to be yourself. It's about being natural and being real, and that word again, authentic. It just be yourselves. Just enjoy it. One of the things that I personally feel that people still don't get is the multi-platform distribution. Excuse me. OneStream Live can go up to 50 different locations, plus the website is part of that. Website's very, very important to go to. That's a big change, that in communities in 2026. Why do creators misunderstand the power of being able to multicast at the same time? I just don't understand, Ava.
Okay, so that's quite a complicated question. They think that multi-streaming is being identical everywhere. It's like repurposing your content everywhere, but that's not the case. It does not mean that. It means distributing your content super smartly,
Yeah.
right? Like the word OneStream. Let's say we have a one-stop solution for 50 plus platforms that you can go live on without, manually doing the hard work. Okay. So more platforms does not always have to mean that you need to put in more work. When done right with OneStream Live, it means more freedom, it means more reach with the same amount of effort. So a lot of people are missing out on that, and we must reiterate that OneStream Live is going to be your, solution in that.
Are there any features within OneStream Live, especially that you feel that are underused by creators?
Yes, a lot of them, like always. People do not understand. I think they do not understand the power of scheduling, automation, pre-recorded streaming, unified chat even. That's really,
Mm.
really used. We also have our own hosted pages, which you can create your own landing pages and stuff. You don't need to have a website with, you can have your own link and, post your stuff there. Unified chat, pre-recorded streaming, scheduling, platforms, different unified chat, like I said, it's platform specific, but you can combine all your chats there. And then playlist streaming, that's also a very underused feature. Then we have 24/7, that's great for monetization on YouTube. Great, great, great feature. And then these features alone, they remove so much manual stress. They're so underused, but people do not know about them that much. Playlist streaming especially keeps a channel, even 24/7 streaming, it keeps a YouTube channel active when creators are offline. They do not need to be present over there. So yeah, those features, and I feel like they're not used as much. 24/7 streaming, I would say people need to check out that in a deeper sense.
I love the way everything does tie in together. So we started with the fact of capabilities and change and not being static and freshening things up. So my own YouTube channel, Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy, we took that down because I was piggybacking on the back of a global brand as your brand ambassador every week.
Yeah.
It didn't need it, but I did want to work on the 24/7 YouTube channel. So it's using only in Australia. February, I think we start now. So we rebranded it, the Insight Exchange, and that will become a 24/7 channel aimed at Gen X and late baby boomers, so 40 to 65. Why? Because we're an unheard voice at our age, but we're the world's biggest spending power in 15.3 trillion annually. So that's why we've rebranded it. It was like, okay, well, that's where we need to go. OneStream Live gives us the capability to do 24/7. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to rebrand a brand new project and do it. So I'm glad you covered all that because it all ties in.
Yeah.
And again, you're right. An awful lot of those tools that we have are all there as part of the studio, and we don't use them enough.
Yeah.
Where's the easiest part for the easiest place to start for people in 2026? What's your advice to people on that?
Okay, so just before starting that, I also forgot to mention the teleprompter feature.
Of course.
You were just talking about it the other day, and it's a great feature for news channels or even someone who's just starting out, a creator who's just starting out. Sorry about that. I just forgot to mention it.
No, absolutely superb. We did talk about this because I was one of those that thought I'd never use a prompter system.
Yeah.
But having the topic areas which are just there, which can guide you, because the great thing about live stream is it can go off in any different way, but it does keep. You're right. For a newbie starting, especially, or like this year, we transitioned Christina Vidovich across from podcasting to live streaming with OneStream Live. Absolutely loves it. One of the things that she loves was the fact of having a prompt service there, where actually, because there's so many moving parts, being able to do that on your own means you don't need to edit afterwards. It's a phenomenal tool. And all of those tools, go to OneStream.live, bottom right-hand corner, there's a little red circle with a little white envelope. You'll get to speak to the humans in the customer service who are also the tech development team and know everything. And they'll get you started or put you in touch with one of us. You'll be able to get you started. Brilliant. So December isn't really, we're coming up towards Christmas here soon. It isn't about doing more. It's about resetting how we work in 2026. To finish off, Ava Smith, what's the one thing that do you see individuals, businesses, organizations, creators should really be focusing on in 2026? What's the big thing, according to Ava Smith, that's where we should focus?
Okay, so that pretty much sums up the all the things that I've said before. Again, just show up consistently and let OneStream Live do the heavy distribution, the heavy weightlifting. So just start with a simple session per week. Multi-stream it to a few platforms.
Good.
You don't need to build your brand from the scratch, and you do not need to, obsess over different formats. So OneStream Live and just consistency. That's about it.
Brilliant. And sometimes it links back into that simplicity. Ava Smith from OneStream Live, the Senior Content Specialist, thanks very much for your time, and best wishes to you and the whole team for continued growth and success in 2026. I am going to throw this back up now because I'm very excited because I didn't realize this was coming, and it is, here we go. Exclusive savings from the 20th of December into the 5th of January as it starts. So 30% off your monthly and 10% off your yearly plans. Until then, we'll be going back to Big Joe in studio. Thank you. Wow, pretty powerful, eh? A couple of messages coming in there just while we were listening to the great Ava Smith there. Renami X, I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've got any questions for us, then let us know. We do have another one. Hello there from official Orion Mushemi, who says, hello, Ryan, how are you? You good? How do I stream? Here's a great question. How do I stream? Well, it's quite simple. You send a message, get hold of myself, Livestream Solutions, or go to onestream.live is easier. And at onestream.live, in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little, just covered it with Ava Smith. There's a little red circle in the bottom right-hand corner when you go to onestream.live, and there's a white envelope in there. Click on that. It will take you to the customer service team, who are humans. No bots at OneStream Live, and it will, they're also the tech development team, and they will help get you started. So if you want to get in contact with me personally, ask them, excuse me, to put you in touch with me, and we'll do that. But we wish you well, and hope that everything goes good for you moving forward. And yeah, listen, if you're not live streaming, you're just not. No, that was really powerful insights. And I did that interview with Ava, and I'm still sat there now listening to her and thinking, oh my God, while I was speaking to her, I missed just how powerful that was. Honestly, you got to go and learn from that woman. She is just so ingenious, the way she gets the message across. Go to YouTube and watch her shorts on how to get started, how things work. They're short, they're powerful, and it's far better than I could ever be. And here we go. Want to see one of those things you say when Ava was talking about integrated chat? There are so many bloody tools within OneStream Live that are so powerful that just come with the studio. One of the things is integrated chat, where on a number of different platforms, because don't forget, we multicast so single button, press it, we can go live to up to 50 different locations at once, including your website. That's very, very important that you go live to your own website, because you're in control of the content that is seen by your people, and also then your customers and potential customers will look around and more likely to buy. There we go. Excuse me. So there we go. So another message back. Great. Well, listen, we can help you get started and show you the power of OneStream Live. So please get in touch with them. or find me on Facebook at Joe Shep, or send me a message through OneStream Live, and I will be in touch with you personally if that's what you would like to do. Okay, so one of the big powerful thing that I take away from what Eva's described really is that, what she's describing is not a future problem, it's now. It's a now problem. So we need to, take what we've heard and turn it into really, I suppose, something practical. So this is where the survival stream framework begins. Now, for some people, the whole idea of doing this over 4 months and teaching people for some people to suck it isn't. There's people who want to get started. The number of podcasters who want to transition across to live streaming is vast. And it's a different world. So very briefly, because this show goes into a lot of podcast groups as well, the core difference, right? So a podcast is brilliant and it has its place, and we share some of our stuff into podcasts, and we'll be doing more next year. Our Ulster Rugby Roundup show, for example, White Walks of Chat and Crack, goes out live through OneStream Live. In fact, goes out on this Thursday for the Christmas episode, and then it'll be downloaded by Dave Topping, and it will go into a podcast. Okay, has its place. But for me, the fundamental difference is you've got 2 or 3 of you in the studio normally, and you do a podcast, and then it's edited to death. It is all very vanilla in the most, some brilliant ones out there. Please don't get me wrong. There's some huge followings. They're great, but they're edited to death. But more fundamentally, it's like having a conversation, myself and Eva having that conversation and then sending it to one of the other team in OneStream Live or one of their pals. Yeah, there's educational stuff there you're going to learn, but there's no real engagement. Whereas when you are live, there's that engagement that you've just seen with the two of the many guests that we've got watching tonight. It's that intimacy. It's that it builds. Live streaming is here and now. It builds the know me, like me, trust me, without a shadow of a doubt. And we've got all of the data behind that. There is just nothing that can touch it. And let's face it, if somebody like me at nearly 62 with a face for radio can do this and do this bloody successfully, then anybody else can out there. So if you're thinking about this, it's not too late, but you really got to get on board. And we are happy to work and take you from I'm thinking about this to we're getting you started in the first instance. So the survival shift then, what can creators do differently in 2026? Okay, this crossroads that I talked about before, the digital crossroads, becomes a choice, I suppose. You can stay in the cycle of overwhelm, or you can change your approach entirely. One of the great thing that I hope you didn't miss there from Ava was not being comfortable in where you are, and that's we've seen, from years of working with creators and organizations across business development, coaching, mentoring, live streaming, digital engagement. Here's what truly works. Everybody knows my love of KISS methodology. Keep it simple, I'm stupid. I look at everything as a user, and then I look at how do we operationally deliver that, and strategically, where does it fit into the organizational's requirements? And being able to move up and down those is absolutely the way to go. So this is what truly works. Okay, one setup, one workflow, one rhythm. So you got to get away from doing all that hard work. Again, what Eve said about, it's a mindset thing that if we don't think we've worked 17 hours on one sort of 30-minute show, that we don't feel that we've put it in there as well. and that's just really, really not the case. We're moving into 2026 where automation and stability, all of those simple things that, it's about working, the expression working smarter, not harder. Well, that's what we need to be doing. If you can achieve in 3 hours what it's been taking you 10 hours or 17 hours to do, then that's what you need to do. You need to stop rebuilding your setup every time. I've got a brand profile in here from a different client's brand profile for OneStream Live shows. That's great. I click in, I add the new images and stuff, but the branding is all the same all the time. Unless I want to tweak something specifically, it's simple, it's there. So stop rescheduling, rebuilding your setup every single time. Stop reinventing your processes. Stop chasing the emperor's new clothes. Fancy new tools are coming out. There's thousands and thousands of tools out there to use. Find the ones that work for you, not for anybody else. Find the ones that work for you, not being sold some Emperor's New Clothes. Find something that works for you and then use that. Learn it inside out. Learn, educate yourself. Choose one workflow and stick with it so it becomes autonomous. It becomes you. You know, what you believe in and what you're doing is what you then can teach other people to do. Know me, like me, trust me. Okay. You see, when your workflow is stable, I've got a message there I'll come to in just a second. When your workflow is stable, your creativity becomes pretty limitless. You know, if your timing is right now, then look at it. If you think I've got all in place, Shep, I just need to start, like our friend did in the comments there, then contact OneStream Live, contact me or one of my team, and we'll help you do that. You see, this is what core stability over complexity really means. A system that works on your best day, wrong. A system that works on your worst day, not just your best, because you'll have worse days, and you'll have worse days. So that when you have things set up and simple, you know, that'll help you through your worst days. Trust me, I've been through them like many of us have. Another great question from official Rai Moshemi. Is it free, sir? Don't call me sir, I work for a living, but I'm obliged to your respect. It is. There are a number of plans on the OneStream Live plans, and you can start for free and then you can build yourself up. I started for free when I first started with another platform, and then actually I saw OneStream Live through the great Stephen Healy, and I thought, well, straight away, Stephen Healy says so boom, I was straight in. So I picked up a free version, tested it. Within 2 weeks, I then found the money to then get started because it was just so good. I needed, for what I was doing, I needed what they had. So there's a number of different plans, my friend. Official Orion Mashemi. Yeah, there is a free version. Again, go to onestream.live or contact me, contact the team, and somebody will help get you started, my friends. You are not alone, not with OneStream Live. So we wish you well, and I look forward to hearing from you. I really, really do. Right, so what else? That's it really for episode 1 in this month. What else is coming up over the next couple of months? As I've said, the beginning to tonight, the survival stream runs across 4 months for bloody good reason. Okay, December is about the issues that we've covered a lot with Ava, to reset and to gain a bit of clarity, and that's a sort of generic model, if you like, for tonight. January, we're focusing on gamers and growth pressure, and February we'll be looking at musicians and performers. And March supports faith-based organizations, communities, mission-led streaming. Excuse me. So that's what's coming in the next 3 or 4 months. Now, each episode tackles real problems, real shifts, real survival pathways. You know, those 3 that are coming are merely example industries or areas where an awful lot of the core issues that we will all face tend to show themselves. So what we'll learn from tonight and the other 3 episodes up until March will cover anything that you are likely to come across. If you're a gamer, if you're a musician, you want to join me in January, February. If you're in, and if you're somebody who's into the faith or community-based groups and you want to join me in March, let me know. And yeah, come on, we love having people on the show. Okay, so those 3 in January, February, March are merely example industries, but it covers the same issues for every industry, individual organization. And as I said, each episode is accompanied by the Knowledge Hub blog article, so you can revisit, reflect, and apply long after the live stream ends. There'll be some video shorts as well. If you want a copy of that, then contact me and I'll arrange to get a copy to you as well. Remember this. You do not survive 2026 by doing more. You survive it by doing things differently, by working smarter, not harder. I first learned that expression, to work smarter, not harder, about 40 odd years ago when I was only 20. It's still the same now. OneStream Live exists to help you do that calmly, confidently, and sustainably. If tonight resonated, then join the OneStream Live community on Facebook. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe there. Go onto LinkedIn as well if you're on LinkedIn. Again, OneStream.live, bottom right hand corner. The only organization that I know that has got humans, bottom right hand corner, a little red circle with a white envelope in it. Just ping them a question, say, how do I get started? Like our friend has. This is just the beginning. And I'm going to put this back up again. I'll just take this last message because I didn't realize we had another promo that was coming, not after the last one. So what have we got? Okay, so we throw everything up, we don't hide anything, and it's saying I do not meet the requirements. Not really sure because the phrase contact, please, Ryan, contact support straight away and get them to help you. Tell them that Big Joe Shep sent you. I love that. We'll send them loads of people and get them started. And they will help you get to where you need to go. Yeah, I wanted to stick this back up again. I didn't think after the recent promo we just had, which that they put another one up, but there was people come to me after the last one just ran out for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So the whole team have agreed, but then 30% off your monthly plans and 10% off all your yearly plans. And that starts on the 20th of December through to the 5th of January. Okay, from the 20th of December through to the 5th of January. So that's coming up as well. You've got the blog article that will be coming out tomorrow, and I'll share that as well. If, like our friend, you want any help, go to OneStream.live. And that's it. That's episode 1 done. I am Joe Shepherd, streaming partner and very, very proud brand ambassador for OneStream Live. And this was episode 1 of the new 4-month series, the Survival Stream. And this is just your starting point for 2026. If you're not involved, get involved. Have a fantastic Christmas, Yule, winter, festival, holiday season, wherever you time it at. And we will see you all in 2026. Thank you to everybody who has supported me, Livestream Solutions, and OneStream Live this year. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, 2026 is only going to get bigger and better. Have a great time. We'll see you then. Take care.